Today, I'm going to talk to you about something I wish more people discussed before making a big move to a small town like Salida, Colorado. And that's how to actually prepare for that move. Whether you're planning to relocate for a job, you just want a lifestyle change, or maybe you're retiring here. Maybe you're tired of the front range grind. Salida is exciting, but yeah, it also takes some real planning if you want this transition to go smoothly and feel like Salida's home. So I want to walk you through how we prepared for our move here and how some of you might do that too. So first things first, you want to visit a few times before you move here. I know you've come here in the summer, you floated the river, you walked around downtown, you've seen the mountains and thought, yep, this is it, we're moving. And I get that because this place actually has that effect on people a lot of the time. But you should slow down a little bit and come back in the fall, come back in the winter. Walk around downtown, or better yet, drive your car around when it's snowing sideways. Talk to some locals during the shoulder season when tourism is really quiet and see what it feels like when Salida is not all green and pretty for the summer. Loving a place on vacation is not quite the same as loving it every day, day in and day out. Okay, second big one, and I can't stress this enough, you should do some real digging into the cost of living. So Salida is not cheap. It's not Aspen or Telluride or Breckenridge, but it's definitely not just a little affordable mountain town anymore. Housing is tight and prices have gone way up. Rent is super expensive. Groceries cost more, gas costs more, and dining out, it's like double what it is in the city. And so sometimes you are paying a premium for all of those other lifestyle things. So your housing costs can't be, huge too. So make sure you crunch the numbers and factor in everything: insurance, utilities, property taxes, maybe even an HOA. This is not a move in and figure it out later kind of market, obviously. And I always tell people you should dream really big and plan really small. So get into the details. Now, if you have kids, you definitely want to plan and research school options too, because Salida has its own public school district and so does Buena Vista. And they're a little different. Like BV goes to school on Fridays, Salida does not. So you'll want to look into both. There's also some charter options, Montessori options, and it depends on age and availability. And that is a big deal because availability can be tough, especially in the preschool range. And you want to look at the district calendars, understand class sizes, district philosophies, all of those things, support staff. It really impacts your day-to-day life. So you don't want to just assume small towns, small classes equals better. You have a lot of things to research in that department, and I can help with that. Next up is transportation. So sometimes people don't think about that until they get here, and then they are like, oh wait, where's the public transportation? There is none. You will need a car. That's just how it is. I mean, unless you never plan on leaving like main downtown area. But to go anywhere outside of our little town, there's not really public transit except for busing to get to some of the bigger cities. And commutes can feel long here, not because of traffic, but just because of how far apart things are. So if you want Costco, that's not here, obviously. Airport pickups takes a whole day. And if you travel a lot, it might be something to consider. Have had people like move here and decide they needed to leave because they had to be at the airport so often for work. So it's not bad. It's just different. This other one might be the most important thing that I have to talk to you about today. And it is possible. Start building community before you actually get here, because moving to a small town can be kind of lonely if you don't do it very intentionally. And it's not that people want to leave you out. They just, you've got to reach out too. So there's a lot of Facebook groups. You've got music lovers, outdoor lovers, sewing groups, like everything you can think of. And they're all really friendly. There's a pickleball group, and you might want to join some of those local groups and just kind of get started getting to know them, and maybe even attend a couple of things before you're actually here. And then it will make the transition a lot more smooth. We have First Friday art walks, gallery openings. Just show up to those, introduce yourself. You don't already have to have those people, but be really open to being a friendly person, and people will be friendly back. And the sooner you start doing that to connect with people, the faster Salida will feel like home. One of the other things I want to talk about is culture. Salida has a really distinct culture. It's friendly, outdoorsy. It can be a little weird, which is great because you've got ranchers and artists and river rats and retirees, and somehow everybody kind of coexists, but it's not a blank canvas because people who live here really care about this place. So when you take a move here, take time to learn about what really matters, understand the history, concerns around growth, water usage, housing shortage, public land access. You might not want to just roll in and try to change everything to feel like where you came from. So take time to listen before forming an opinion, and attend city council meetings and county commissioner meetings. And last of all that goes with that, pronounce the names correctly. That'll earn you points. I mean, people will recognize that, that's the name we've chosen for our community and that's how you say it. So if you're considering moving to Salida, here's a little short checklist. Visit in multiple seasons, run your numbers. Really run them. Consider food and gas. Look at healthcare, internet access. Do you love having Costco? Do you need the airport all the time? And then make sure you have a solid transportation plan. Join local groups and start to form community before you even arrive. And learn the culture. Be respectful, be patient. Take time to ask questions and listen. And hey, if you're still figuring it all out and you want someone to kind of walk you through it and maybe even make introductions, I can be that person for you. I can also help you know neighborhoods and the current market and just what to expect when you first moved here. And that's just what I do, and I've done it myself. So I'm not just here to sell houses. I like to help people transition as well. I really care about this community. I want people to move here for the right reasons and with the right preparation. So if that's you, reach out and let's talk about what moving to Salida actually looks like for your family. And if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, here's your little bonus piece of advice that I promised for the ending. If you're not quite ready to buy yet, but you want to eventually buy here, you should start working with a realtor and a lender locally right now, because that will help you know what you're qualified for, and you can kind of start crunching those numbers and looking at everything based on current interest rates. You will be 10 steps ahead when the right thing does pop up. So thanks for sticking with me all the way to the end. I will see you next time. Like, subscribe, and share this if you think this information was helpful and that someone you know could benefit from tips about moving to Salida, Colorado.